Well, I was just thinking, wow, it's almost time to go back to school. The summer has just flown by. But you know, it's still really hot outside, so it doesn't feel like fall, which also made me think make sure you keep yourself hydrated, gang. It's getting hot outside, and we return to school in the heat. And a lot of times our kids aren't able to express that they're as thirsty as they are. Just make sure you give them as much water as possible during this season of time. But I think the biggest thing about going back to school that I was thinking about is it's a time in our lives that are exciting, but excitement can also be stressful. So I just want to point out a couple of pointers that might help to make going back to school a little less stressful. I think the biggest thing about school that children struggle with is going from an unstructured day to a structured day. And I think I talked about when we did a video recently about going out on summer break, I recommended that everybody stay in some sort of routine so that going back to school won't be as stressful. So if you didn't, I would suggest putting some sort of routine back in your day, even some basic things of getting up at a certain time and going to bed at a certain time. Start out with those things. And you don't have to go all the way back to the bedtime when school starts. Just start backing it up about 15 minutes or 30 minutes each week, and that way you can get real close to that bedtime and it won't be, gosh, Mom, I'm not ready to go to bed. I think that if we do that, it makes that transition easier and it allows our kids to get up earlier. The other thing I always tell my families to do is go visit the school grounds, especially if it's a new school. For some of you, your child's going to a whole new campus, and it's real important to go walk around and visit that campus and let them get familiar. Where are the bathrooms? Where's the cafeteria? Where's the office? All those important places they need to visit. So, you can even show up the week before school. A lot of times the teachers are setting up their classrooms, and you might even have the opportunity to meet the new teacher, and they might even be able to say, hey, this is where your child's going to sit. So those are just a few tips I was thinking about that are real basic things that you can do to prepare for back to school. I would also suggest that kids are going to go into a lot of structure from being completely unstructured during the whole day. So maybe build in some little fun academic times into the day. It could be a reading time. It could be maybe you pull out some workbooks and do some fun math. Just not a long period of time. We're talking 15 minutes, maybe twice a day. So they get into the routine of sitting still and attending so that first day back to school is not a complete